The Gulfstream G650 touched down quietly at a private terminal in Manila, far from the chaos of commercial flights. The city's main airport was bustling just a few kilometers away, but here, in the shadows, only a handful of people knew what was happening. The rain-slicked tarmac reflected the jet's lights, making the arrival seem almost ghostly, an event hidden in plain sight. No cameras, no red carpets, just a silent convoy of black SUVs waiting in the humid night. The air was thick with anticipation, and the only sound was the distant hum of engines idling, headlights cutting through the mist. Out stepped a man in a dark suit, his face unreadable, his movements precise. He carried himself with the confidence of someone used to power, but his eyes scanned the darkness, alert to every detail. His security detail, a blend of Russians and local muscle, formed a tight, silent perimeter. Each bodyguard was handpicked, trained to notice threats before they appeared, and their presence was a warning. This was no ordinary arrival. This was not a state visit, but a covert operation. Every move was choreographed, every second accounted for, as if the night itself was watching. The convoy slipped into the city, bypassing Manila's infamous traffic with pre-cleared routes. Traffic lights turned green in sequence, intersections cleared by unseen hands, as the vehicles sped through the city's arteries unseen by the public. Their destination, a fortified villa in an exclusive enclave guarded by cameras and razor wire. The walls were high, the gates electronically sealed, and inside luxury met paranoia in equal measure. The man hadn't come for beaches or hospitality, he was here to oversee an empire built in the shadows. From his window he could see the city lights stretching to the horizon, a reminder of the opportunities and dangers that awaited. His arrival marked a turning point. Billions in sanctioned Russian money were finding a new home in Southeast Asia. Quiet transactions, coded messages, and secret accounts would soon follow, all orchestrated from this hidden command center. The Philippines, hungry for investment, had quietly become a key node in a global network of hidden wealth. Bankers, lawyers, and politicians all played their part, some knowingly, others just following orders. This was more than a visit, it was the beginning of a new, clandestine financial frontier. Deals would be struck in back rooms, fortunes made and lost in silence, as Manila's role in the world's shadow economy grew. The consequences of this secret landing would soon ripple through the nation's economy and politics. Whispers of new money, sudden shifts in power, and unexplained prosperity would raise questions no one dared to answer. Manila, unknowingly, had just become the stage for a global game of shadow money. In the darkness, a new chapter was beginning, one that would change the city, and perhaps the world, forever. The man in the shadows is known as Dmitry Volkov, almost certainly an alias, a name whispered in corridors of power but never found on any official record. He is a figure who exists on the periphery, always present but never seen, a master at blending into the darkness of the world's financial underbelly. In intelligence circles he's called the Architect, a ghost who exists in encrypted messages and redacted files. His digital fingerprints are everywhere and nowhere, leaving investigators chasing shadows and dead ends. Volkov isn't an old-school oligarch, he's a master of digital finance and global maneuvering. He manipulates markets and currencies with a few keystrokes, orchestrating complex schemes that span continents. His fortune is built on invisible capital, not oil or gas. He deals in assets that can't be traced, moving billions through cyberspace with the click of a button. He thrives in anonymity, never on Forbes lists, never in society pages. To the public he's a ghost, but to those in the know, he's a force to be reckoned with. Layers of proxies and shell companies shield him from scrutiny. Every transaction is buried beneath a mountain of paperwork, each layer designed to mislead and confuse. Rumored to be a former intelligence officer, he's built a financial network nearly impossible to trace. His operations are as intricate as any covert mission, with every move calculated and precise. Volkov is more than an investor. He's a facilitator for Russia's elite, making sanctioned money vanish and reappear worldwide. He engineers deals that defy international law, always staying one step ahead of authorities. In Manila, he's a myth, generous to partners, ruthless to rivals, always unseen. Stories of his influence circulate in hushed tones, fueling both fear and admiration among those who cross his path. His name is never on paperwork, but his influence shapes deals and skylines. Every major project bears his invisible signature, his decisions rippling through the city's economy. Volkov represents a new kind of power, stateless, borderless, and accountable to no one. He operates above the law, untethered by nationality or allegiance, answering only to his own ambitions. In the Philippines, his shadow stretches everywhere, from the highest offices to the darkest alleys. His presence is felt, shaping destinies and rewriting the rules of the game. Moving $1 billion from Moscow to Manila doesn't require armored trucks or secret briefcases. Instead, it all begins with a few keystrokes, silent, invisible, and almost instant. In today's digital world, vast fortunes can cross continents in seconds, leaving barely a trace. The first step is to convert the money into cryptocurrency. This digital cash is then laundered through sophisticated mixers and tumblers, scrambling the trail and erasing any hint of its Russian origins. The process is designed to make the funds unrecognizable, blending them with millions of other transactions. Next, the money is split into thousands of tiny, untraceable transactions. These fragments are routed through digital banks scattered across secrecy havens, places where financial oversight is minimal and privacy is paramount. Each transfer adds another layer of anonymity. The funds then flow into a tangled web of shell companies. Each company is a legal smokescreen, adding distance and complexity. With every layer, the true source of the money becomes harder to uncover, buried beneath paperwork and corporate structures. In the Philippines, trusted local partners become essential. They use their reputations and business networks to legitimize the incoming funds, making the money appear as if it's part of normal, everyday business dealings. The funds finally arrive in the country disguised as investments or loans to established Philippine corporations. On the surface, these transactions look routine, just another influx of foreign capital supporting local growth. Once inside the system, the money is considered clean. It can now be used to buy land, fund massive construction projects, or invest in booming tech and energy sectors. The transformation is complete. On paper, everything checks out. The transactions are stamped approved, and the funds are recorded as legitimate foreign investment, indistinguishable from any other. The digital trail is wiped clean, and the paper trail is a labyrinth only the most determined investigators could hope to follow. The money, once shadowy and suspect, is now fueling Manila's explosive growth. Billions have crossed the globe, their origins lost to time and technology, now powering the city's rapid transformation and prosperity. This is financial alchemy on a global scale, where fortunes vanish, reappear, and reshape entire cities. Why the Philippines? For shadow financiers like Volkov, it's the perfect storm. Stringent bank secrecy laws shield deposits from scrutiny, among the strictest in the world. The country's political neutrality means less risk of Western sanctions or asset seizures. Economic hunger trumps questions about the source of funds. The government welcomes investment to fuel growth. The booming real estate, tech, and energy sectors offer rich opportunities for hidden capital. Personal relationships and a culture of loyalty help foreign operators build deep, silent networks. The result, an ideal ecosystem for a shadow empire to thrive. Here, secrecy and opportunity go hand in hand. Russian shadow money has supercharged Manila's development. Skyscrapers rise in Bonifacio Global City and Makati, luxury condos, hotels, malls, funded by opaque investment vehicles. The tech sector is booming, with Russian-linked venture capital quietly acquiring stakes in startups. These investments shape the future of commerce and data, embedding foreign influence deep in the digital economy. Energy is another target. From gas terminals to renewables, Volkov's network is modernizing the grid and gaining leverage. Real estate launders money visibly, tech secures long-term influence, energy provides strategic power. Together, they transform Manila, tying progress to hidden, unaccountable foreign interests. The city's booming, but the cost is invisible until it isn't. Prosperity and secrecy are now inseparable. The question, who truly benefits from this new Manila? The boom has a dark side. Soaring property prices push ordinary Filipinos out of their neighborhoods. Luxury condos rise, but most can't afford them. Even middle-class families are priced to the city's edge. A new super-rich class flaunts wealth, deepening social divides and resentment. Historic communities are erased for high-rises. Small businesses close, replaced by global chains. Manila's unique identity is fading, replaced by a generic, elite-driven cityscape. The social fabric frays as inequality grows, fueling alienation and instability. Trust in institutions erodes. Progress feels like betrayal to those left behind. The city's transformation is both dazzling and hollow. Manila's soul is at risk, sacrificed for a shadow empire's gain. Shadow money doesn't just build towers, it buys influence. Untraceable funds flow into political campaigns, creating a class of officials loyal to foreign benefactors, not voters. These alliances operate outside formal diplomacy, shaping laws and awarding contracts in secret. The result? A state within a state, where real power is wielded in private, not in public institutions. National interests are sidelined, policies protect the shadow empire's investments. Sovereignty erodes as foreign money quietly steers the country's direction. Corruption becomes institutionalized, blurring lines between business, crime, and government. Democracy becomes a performance. The real decisions are made in the shadows. The nation's future is quietly, invisibly, sold. By sheltering sanctioned Russian capital, the Philippines risks global backlash. Western governments are tracking illicit flows. Manila's role will soon be exposed. If labeled a high-risk money laundering hub, the economy could face devastating sanctions. Banks may be cut off from the global financial system. Foreign investment could vanish overnight. The nation's reputation as a stable partner would be shattered, leaving it isolated. Short-term gains could lead to long-term crisis and diplomatic ruin. The Philippines is caught between powerful forces with no easy way out. The next choices will decide its sovereignty or its subjugation. The Philippines stands at a crossroads. One path, continued secrecy, short-term gains, and deepening dependence on shadow money. The other, reform, repealing secrecy laws, empowering regulators, demanding transparency. Reform means short-term pain, but a chance for true independence and stability. This isn't just a decision for leaders, it's a choice for every Filipino. Will the nation accept progress built on corruption, or demand a future of accountability and rule of law? The gleaming towers may be monuments to disenfranchisement or to renewal. The soul of the republic is at stake. The choice: remain a secretive haven, or build a just, independent future. Russia's billion-dollar connection is about more than money. It's about national identity. The final chapter is unwritten. The decision belongs to the people.